It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up like he check, nigga, run it. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, boy, don't make me split your onion. Ayy, let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up like he check, nigga, run it. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, boy, don't make me split your onion. Got the chalice on my plate, got a palace in the A. Check the balance in my bank, hitting follies with my bae, yeah. Step aerobics like it's valleys with the weight. Hiding Cali for the day, through the valley in the bay. I'm a rap star, black boy, got on fully. Flat out bully, keep a couple stacks in my hoodie. I'm a saint to the game, get you out like Scully. Got a boss chick with me like passport cutty. Flipping the cash flow, give me the bag, sit in the class, so learning the game, fuck the fame. Get you a pen in the pad, bro, been in the lab, bro. I don't see nobody on my level. Johnny Cochran, I don't settle, keep my foot up on that pedal, ayy. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. I know my shit look a little different today. Unfortunately, my backlighting does not seem to want to work today, so I'm gonna have to get that shit replaced. But we show up anyway. Okay? So it is what it is. But hey man, it seems like we got some interesting things afoot here. Now, of course, I'm exhausted with talking about Drake ass, but nonetheless, all this little meddling that he does in the background, got no choice but to talk about him because he's a topic every fucking day, whether it's good, bad, whole shit, or whatever. So in a recent recent episode of the Lunch Hour podcast, Glasses Malone came out and, basically said that Drake is out here funding campaigns against YG, right? Y'all know YG got detained, apprehended, and searched the day as he was getting ready for his verses with Game. Early part of the day, he was detained. They were doing a search because the feds are looking into him, right? People were wondering if he had gotten arrested, if he was going to be able to show up for the verses, all that good shit. Everything went through fine. However, that doesn't mean that everything is fine, right? They just didn't have anything on him that particular day. He's able to move around until they come back. I don't think this is going to be the last time we hear some shit about this, right? So YG has come out. He even rapped about it on his album where he's basically saying, I didn't have anything to do. Y'all keep pinning this shit on me. Like, I was on stage. I didn't have nothing to do with what was going on. I didn't green light nothing on that nigga. Everything was cool. Whatever happened, happened, but it ain't had nothing to do with me. Right? We can only take it at face value of what he said on his album. I think there was some security detail that's come out and said that YG played a role in passing somebody a blade. And of course, Drakeo the ruler ended up getting his throat slit. Again, I don't know. But G Malone is saying that Drake is the one out here funding people to perpetuate narratives about YG having a hand in that murder. And he wasn't even talking about Drake at the time. They was on a whole nother subject. And somebody in the chat basically was saying, why is it not a lot of people in here? I guess talking about Drake. Why don't you talk about Drake so you could get some more folks in here, basically. And he like, oh, you want me to, you really want me to kick this nigga back in? Because I purposely don't. But we could get into some of the shit that I know that'll turn this motherfucker up if that's what you insinuating. Right? So with that being stated, and I'm going to pull up the video, it then spiraled into Karen Civil, who actually works with YG, chiming in. We're going to get into the mysterious chiming of Karen, because at one point she kind of confirmed it, and then she backed out and issued another statement. Very weird activity. You got a lot going on this week too. YG commented on the situation. He's come out and called for called for the B team to link up, probably have some meetings and just get some straightening in the background. Now I've watched Chig Smooth video on this. He claimed that YG putting that B team call out was like him rounding up the troops to send them out to do something stupid. I don't know what that is. You know what I mean? I don't think it's smart to insinuate on what it is until you see things happen. Then you can say, okay, that was the dog whistle to go get active. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull up this clip from G Malone and we'll get into the rest.
We have 700 to 1,000 viewers in here because it's not about Drake. I could kick Cuz back in. You want me to?
That's crazy.
You want me to put 1,000 people in here?
That's crazy. For him, he
you
needs
want
the
to put
numbers.
1,000 people in here for him?
What kind of statement is that?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what kind of?
Like, what is the statement saying?
You want me to go? I got some things in my mind, Cuz, that I didn't talk about.
For clarification, what they're trying to say, and they do this to a lot of people, myself included. They'll say, "Oh, you only get views when you talk about Drake." You know, matter of fact, I know who this nigga is. He's somebody that I think I kicked this nigga off my channel. Harry. He used to pop that shit on my channel. I had to get rid of his ass. Get his ass the big boot. Kevin Nash style.
About.
He wants to hear about Drake.
Yeah.
He
does.
does.
Is that the way he trying to get?
Yeah, is that the way
you want
he
me to
wants
start
hear?
kicking Cuz back in right now?
Like, what is? Why don't?
Like, I don't think y'all understand this. Cuz don't like when I kick his back in because I'm not the rest of these niggas. See, he can spend that money and fuck with YG Life. He can spend that money and fuck with YG Life. Let me tell you what his mark ass is doing. He's spending money and financing Drakeo campaign, cuz, to try to fuck with this boy life and get him arrested because he mad about a battle. He started playing me like that because I swear to God, that little shit will get shot up and all that shit. I make his life horrible. All that shit he living in out here, cuz, that shit will get burnt up. See, the difference is, cuz, it's like real power. See, that's rented power. You rent it, you pay for it. Real power, cuz, is when it's actually real, when niggas will do it for you just for the measure.
That part.
You don't want me to start kicking Cuz back in. You want me to start announcing to the world exactly what type of hoe ass shit he doing. See, Harry, y'all be fans of Cuz, and y'all want me to go. I'm not really tripping about, it's not an important topic, Cuz. You wanted to do it. This ain't no conspiracy. This is a fact. And you wouldn't care it's a fact or not because you can't get Cuz dick from out your fucking tonsils. I know, Cuz. You don't know, Cuz. You a fucking fan. And you not listening to me.
A fan that jumps from channel to channel to antagonize creators with this same narrative too. So this nigga really partaking in unemployed activity. It's fucking weird. It's crazy to see somebody that I actually recognize from my own goddamn comments that I had to get a steel toes to. Getting chewed the fuck up on another channel.
Cuz you so busy thinking you gotta like Cuz music. You don't want me kicking his back in because I'm not the rest of these niggas. I don't get emotional when I'm talking to Buddy. I get emotional when I'm talking to you. The fact that you want me to kick Cuz back in. I have avoided talking about this shit because I'm like, you know what, Cuz? I knew how much y'all look up to Cuz and y'all like niggas that got pissed on and all this old punk ass shit y'all like. But I could turn this motherfucker up in my sleep. And I'm not the rest of these niggas, Cuz, and ain't nothing he could do about it. I'm not, and he'll tell you I'm not the rest of these niggas. It ain't nothing he could do about it. You start playing them games with me, Cuz I'm not none of them niggas. I'm on all the bullshit. So you don't want me to start talking about Cuz. It was hell when I was talking about Cuz.
All right. So, as y'all know, I mean, Glasses has been doing his thing, you know, building his own media staple over the course of the last year and some change. Between this channel, his channel, doing Culture United with Justin Hunt. Like, his presence is definitely out there. But G is somebody who comes from the turf, who's with the shits, but also is extremely intelligent. That don't mean I agree with everything he says or feels, but he is definitely intelligent. And as you can see in this this clip here, he put the intelligent shit to the side. All the way to the side. He said, nigga, if I really wanna open up a can of worms, it ain't nothing your boy could do about that shit. And if he wanna play with it, some shit'll get fucked up, which I don't advocate for. You know, I'm not one of these channels out here that wants to see absolute destruction. I don't want to see motherfuckers throw their lives away over bullshit. You know what I mean? But I think it would be smart for somebody like a Drake to also be extremely self-aware of the situation and to not meddle in these types of things. Right? And this is what has gotten him chipped at every turn throughout his career. You are what you are. You're a pop star. You have the success. You got the stats. You got the chart positions. You got a big fan base, right? There's people in the rap community that respect you, that put you higher, you know what I'm saying, based on whatever their metrics are. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. I don't give a fuck. But when you start meddling in street business, you start poking your nose in shit that ain't got nothing to do with you, right? You start playing them type of games, it's gonna be niggas that play a different type of game that ain't playing with you at all. And then we gonna start seeing a whole nother style of news. Motherfuckers gonna be out here bloody, hurt, dead. And I don't think any of us really want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a nasty can of worms, but he likes to tap dance in and out. And he ain't learned his lesson yet. So that's my take on that, right? But as this video was making its rounds online, Moni also shared it on her platform. She shared the clip as well. And Karen Civil actually tapped in. Karen's initial response has been deleted. But here it says, on the latest episode of The Lunch Hour with Glasses Malone, G puts a fan in his place and talks who is helping fund the Drakeo the Ruler campaign against YG. Right? Video clear as day. You know, it didn't say Drake's name in the headline, but if you listen to it, you know what the fuck is going on. So Karen says, turn this up, which is a cosign. Basically saying, I agree. Right? But then as that response started catching some steam behind it, she deleted it and decided to issue another statement under Moni's post. So here, Moni says, Karen Civil, marketing advisor to some of the best rappers in hip-hop, reacts to the allegations that Drake is helping fund the Drakeo the Ruler murder campaign against YG. Karen then says, no, it wasn't a confirmation. Turn this up equals, let me listen to formulate my own opinion after listening. Well, why you ain't turned this shit up before you actually said something? Why would you respond to something before you actually turn that motherfucker up and listen to it? That's the stupidest shit I done seen all day. I'm sorry, Miss Karen. You work in communications. High level. Why would you do that? She says there's a bigger conversation that should be had that doesn't involve Drake. How does the indie artist exist in a so-called paid media hip-hop space? Karen, what the fuck you talking about? Karen, what the fuck are you talking about? No disrespect, but what the fuck is you talking about? You said turn this up on a post that said that YG is being smeared in Drakeo the Ruler's murder campaign or whatever they calling it. So what the hell does that have to do with an indie artist existing in a so-called paid media hip-hop space? YG is YG, whether he's signed to Universal, WMG, Sony, or if he's signed to his goddamn self. The nigga been a major act for 10 years. What you mean, how does an indie artist exist in a so-called paid media hip-hop space? He's fucking YG. This is a terrible cover-up that you shouldn't have put out. And this also lends credibility to the people who feel like your ass was capping when it came to the Max B shit. I tried to cover it neutrally and say, I don't know, guys. It could go either way. It could be some funny business. It could be contracts. It could be. But now, you made me look at you again for the second time this week. And now I'm saying, if you'll lie in bold letters here, what does that say about you? Because I'm not against Karen Civil. I'm not on the Karen Civil hate train. I've been neutral. I don't know enough about you. I know your name. I know who you've been associated with. A few people. I've seen rumors circulating around your name. But I don't know you, and I don't purport to, and I don't even know your story. But your story here shows dishonesty. And I don't like that. Because you didn't have to do it. You didn't have to say turn this up. Because you influenced others in your network to then turn it up. And they walk away from it saying, okay, Glasses Malone says Drake is funding the campaign against YG to get him locked up for Drakeo's murder. Now you want to come back and say turn it up mean let me listen? Well, why the fuck you ain't listening private before you issued a statement? You're Karen Civil with a high profile allegation against you right now, so niggas is watching you even closer right now. Huh? Let me get to YG's response. So then we get YG issuing a quote-unquote red alert over claims that Drake funded propaganda to get YG arrested for Drakeo the Ruler's death. The accusations originated from Glasses Malone, the video we just saw. So initially, YG reposted Busby's post, who kind of put it on the radar. YG says, say it ain't so. Red alert, B team, tap in. And people are automatically incriminating YG for saying B team tap in because they feel like he's trying to get the Bloods to come together and put a spotlight on Drake's head. Right? Me personally, I do not know that. Red alert, B team tap in could easily mean we need to come together, have some conversations to make sure that we don't have anybody that is willing to be misled by Drake, who is known to put money out, right? Because what he likes to do is try to find any shaky foundation, and he'll lean on that with his bread and try to pay somebody to either leak information or, if he can, find somebody to perpetuate false info under the influence of a little extra bread. Right? Incentives. We see the DJ that don't spin been going super hard. He was repaid for his hard work with a clanky OVO chain. He got to host the Iceman album stream. Drake never liked this dude. But for the last few years, he's dealt with him as a useful idiot. Because he can say all of this. If I tell him shit in private, I know he's going to say it in public. I know he's going to say it in public. He may practice some level of discretion, but he's got if I give him attention, he is going to leak certain shit out. And I know he's going to leak certain shit out. So I'm going to nudge it in his direction so that he can speak for me. Right? Same shit with Maul. Same shit with Adam 22. We see Adam 22 going at motherfuckers, and now he's quoting conversations he's had with Drake. Drake don't confirm these conversations. He don't come out and say, yeah, that's right, nigga. I said that shit. Fuck you gonna do about it? He don't do that. But what he will do is publicly engage with clowns and like their posts. Give them a certain level of proximity to them. And these niggas will act like prepubescent children looking for attention and approval and say, okay, that's how you like your nuts rubbed? Let me add a little bit more moisture to it. Thanks for letting me know. And if there's anybody associated or affiliated with YG that's willing to do the same, he'll try to find them and add them to the team. So I think that's what Red Alert B Team Tap In means to me. Because I think it would be absolutely idiotic for him to put the green light on Drake publicly for something to happen to him just for this to be cited in court. That would be dumb. And I'm giving YG the benefit of the doubt at this current point that he ain't that dumb. I don't know how smart he is, but I'm hoping he ain't that dumb. Okay? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will see y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there, man. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I could do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had to